Welcome back to the Truth Factory. Dan Bongino, a former Secret Service agent, has been threatening to expose Clinton's secrets. And luckily for all of us, it's been in the form of a public catfight on Twitter with former Hillary Clinton aide Nick Merle. So grab some popcorn because it's so good. Right off the bat, Nick attempts to discredit Dan by saying that Clinton has enormous respect for the Secret Service and a great relationship with the agent on her detail, which makes me think that he's typing this while Clinton has a gun to his head, because for context, here's a list of bodyguards that have died during or after working with the Clintons. You have a better success rate surviving most cancers than being a Hillary Clinton bodyguard. Then Nick goes on to say that Dan was never on Clinton's detail and I don't recognize him in the slightest. Bongino fires back with a picture of him with Clinton way back in 2001, saying that this was one of literally hundreds of operations he conducted with Hillary, documented thoroughly by official U.S. government paperwork, of which he still has copies. You might think that the Secret Service has the word secret in it for a reason and that Dan Bongino is not allowed to divulge secrets and documents. Bongino's response to this is that the Clintons seem to be under the impression that because people work for them and with them, that they're obligated to cover for corruption and misdeeds. And in another quote, he follows up by saying, "I swore an oath to the Constitution in the Secret Service. I did not swear an oath to cover the misdeeds of Hillary Clinton."
This is how the Clinton mob works, right? What they do is they need the Clintons to stay in power and to stay relevant. So they need to discredit anybody with information on the Clintons that may impugn their reputation and cover up the bevy of secrets that are still out there. I'm telling you guys, because sources feed me stuff all the time. There's stuff out there on the Clintons that hasn't been made public. And believe me, they know it because they were there when it happened.
This is huge. He could potentially be the next Snowden. And if he's smart, he has life insurance. Like this information copied in multiple locations, ready to go straight to the press or WikiLeaks in case of his death. And the fact that he hasn't died mysteriously yet makes me think that he does. Dan has also tweeted, "Hillary's lying about Trump, the election, and the Russia fairy tale because she must discredit the election to retain her political credibility. She needs that political influence to hide what's still out there. It's ugly." So what kind of information does Bongino have? Is it in the form of documents or just eyewitness accounts? There's been so much Clinton corruption throughout the years, it could be anything. But Bongino drops some very spicy breadcrumbs in the hashtags when he tweets, "Be careful, Nick. People know things not yet released publicly about your messiah Hillary. Don't poke the bear, loser. You may not like the results. Hashtag Epstein. Hashtag Emailgate." Of course, hashtag Epstein is referring to Jeffrey Epstein, who is a billionaire who pled guilty in 2008 to a single count of soliciting sex from an underage girl. Epstein also owned his own island that some refer to as Orgy Island that looks like it actually has a sacrificial temple on it. This is the stuff of horror movies. Jeffrey Epstein also has a private jet nicknamed the Lolita Express, and I bet you can guess why. Now, as you can see from the Lolita Express manifest, JE refers to Epstein and GM refers to his girlfriend Ghislaine Maxwell, who is a British socialite, who has been accused of luring underage girls and using them as sex slaves. Epstein allegedly installed beds in his custom jet and also purportedly filmed powerful men during romps with underage girls to obtain materials for blackmail. And on the plane's manifest, Bill Clinton appears 26 times. And here, at least on one occasion, he had 2 male agents with him, which may be related to this tweet by Bongino when he says, "Dear Nick, are you guys sure you know everyone on the Epstein planes?" Which may insinuate that Bongino was one of the agents who had to travel with Bill Clinton to Epstein Island on at least one occasion and knows everything that happened. I mean, at one point, Bill Clinton flew on the Lolita Express with Kevin Spacey and Chris Tucker, which is a weird combo, and Shantae Davies was there. Davies was one of 27 women listed in Epstein's little black book under the entry Massage California, one of 6 lists of massage girls Epstein kept in various locales, with a total of 160 names around the globe, many of which were underage victims. There have also been many A-listers on the manifest like Tony Blair, Naomi Campbell, Dustin Hoffman, Michael Bloomberg, Richard Branson, and Stephen Hawking? Yeah, that's a twist. So it's very hard to know what actually went on Epstein's Island, and I don't want to soil someone's name by association. It's possible that some of these celebrities who knew him may have not have known about Jeffrey Epstein's disgusting affliction. But 26 times on a jet to a private island with a pedophile is a bit too much to wonder. Also, Bill Clinton continued to associate with Epstein even after the trial, and if Bongino has information that ties Bill Clinton to crimes, or anyone else to crimes related to Jeffrey Epstein, it needs to be released. Bongino also tweeted back, "Dear Nick, are you sure you destroyed all of the Blackberries? Was there government property in the bunch? Hashtag people know. And do you remember all the people who looked at the Clinton server? You sure? Because you don't smash Blackberries with hammers unless you have something to hide. And if Dan Bongino has a non-destroyed Blackberry or evidence that connects the Clintons to criminal activities, the best place for this to go is to Julian Assange to get the information out to the world."
Fair enough, Griff. Some people have said, well, if you have information, put it out there. I totally understand that. I get it. But I don't think you understand the position I'm in. These are friends of mine and associates who have contacted me over the course of many years with very damaging information on these people that is unimpeachable and more than credible. I can't just put it out there without getting them hurt. But the Clintons got to be very careful about poking that bear.
And we can only hope that Bongino isn't blowing hot air when he follows up with this tweet. "I can promise you with 100% certainty that history isn't done with the Clintons, and that history will not be kind." So don't be surprised if Bongino dies mysteriously in the next few weeks. And although I'm hopeful of this, it's hard not to be disheartened when the Clintons have continued to get away with corruption for decades now and nothing has ended it. And the only thing that can end this is hard evidence getting out to the masses. And that's the video for today. I want to thank everyone so much for your support. I'm almost at 40,000 subscribers, which is crazy. And it won't be long, hopefully, until I can start doing this full time, which is the dream. So thank you again and have a great night, guys. Meow.